So, remember July 22nd when every single Arsenal fan was like this?
It doesn't matter. It's just a pre-season game. It's a pre-season game.
Oh god, that.
Eyes, fuck. Ow.
And now you look at them today and they are like,
Champion! Yeah, champion!
well, yeah, basically they're the same thing. They're both completely meaningless pre-season friendlies. Hello, I'm KB and welcome to another video for this channel. It's been a little while. I thought I'd take the summer off just because football's basically ended. Team of the season had finished. I didn't want to do any more player reviews for basically worthless team of the weeks. But I'm going to come back now and I'm going to start by doing a few game reviews of Arsenal games. So I might not do this too often, I might do this quite seldom, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. So yeah, the Community Shield, a big match, basically a rematch of the FA Cup final that we won 2-1 and it made us actually think we could win games against big opposition. That's all well and good, but there are points that we need to take away from this. Basically, looking at the lineups, you have to accept that our defence was not tip-top. No Mustafi, no Koscielny, and for some reason, Bellerin seemed a little bit off the pace in the first half of the match. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain had impressed me in the Emirates Cup playing on the left, but he did so much better on the right, supplying that goal for Lacazette. So I don't understand exactly why we started with him on the left and Bellerin on the right, when Kolasinac was doing so well in pre-season and Ox had basically stepped up. At the same time, we did have a few big injuries. Alexis wasn't fit yet, Ozil had an ankle problem and wasn't ready for the start of the season, and Ramsey was a bit of a doubt, and if we played him we would have exaggerated it as well. On the same side, I'm sure that the Chelsea team was not 100%. Alvaro Morata did not start. There are a couple of others. Pedro basically played looking like Zorro or Batman, and we'll get back to him in a little bit. And well, like I said, it's a bit of a meaningless preseason game, but there were flashes of how the team would play. Basically, we're going to be playing like an arrowhead in attack. That's essentially all I can grab from it. We're going to have some people at the base who are really, really strong, and then we're just going to keep cutting inside and inside and inside and inside until Lacazette puts the ball in the back of the net. Now, that's all well and good. He had an amazing chance in the first half hitting the post, and I felt like we actually acquitted ourselves quite well, but it wasn't very spectacular. The bad thing is that we did lose Per Mertesacker to basically Chelsea's hitman, Gary Cahill, who decided to elbow him in the face because he couldn't see because of the sun, which I thought was a very good excuse. First time around, yeah, it was actually the real thing. But yeah, we were very, very tight at the back. We did very well. We did our job, and we weren't spectacular, but we did have the better of the cut and thrust. I think we were playing more counter-attacking rather than possession, which is where we get caught out frustratingly often. There were a couple of sections as well where the referee got himself involved in the match, and it looked like he did it right, but I may be biased because I'm an Arsenal fan. Essentially, what I am talking about is the Willian incident where he ran through on goal. Bellerin tried to tackle him. He missed, thankfully, because he would have caught the feet of Willian otherwise. But I think his knee might have grazed Willian and sort of caused him to kick himself in the heel and then in the knee to fall over. Like, that happens every day. So yeah, at speed, it looked like it could have gone either way, but when you slowed it down, it did look like Willian was really looking for the penalty, but there's a way to say that there was a bit of lenience and maybe didn't deserve the card. And there were a couple of times that they did some really creative defending. Big shout out to David Luiz for some very cool defending, kicking the ball over his head and then doing a backwards header to stop Welbeck getting the ball. And Welbeck, lots of people said he did really well, and I thought he was very good at hassling, but on the ball, as always, I think he is like Bambi on ice. He basically tries to knock the ball around a few times, then falls over, or it goes the wrong way, and then he looks like he's just got too many legs. Lacazette, I must admit, I've said this before, he's very Henry-like in the way he plays. He doesn't look too energetic, but he has such a good touch, and when he decides to get in the game, he makes a real contribution, passing towards Bellerin, curling it in and hitting the post, almost getting us the opening goal, which wasn't to be. But I thought he did very well on his debut. The second half, however, we did a total Arsenal and started off like a big bag of soggy dog shit. We basically did not clear the ball. Xhaka, who had been very good all game and I think has been really improving in pre-season, skied the ball. It got knocked back into our penalty area. Moses ran onto it and slotted it past Cech, which is what we expect from an Arsenal performance against anyone in the top 4. We basically turn off for minutes at a time at the back and we get punished for it. And then we just start blaming each other. Don't know what this means. The good thing about this Arsenal team, however, is that they actually had enough spine to try and get back into the game. We really did drive forward and try and get them, especially when they had 7 or 8 people back. It looked really difficult. And I can't have been the only one that did a little bit of a groan when they took off Lacazette and Iwobi for Giroud and Walcott. Now, I do not like Giroud that much. I know there are some that do, but I think he just falls over into the ball. I don't think he's particularly graceful, apart from one goal that everyone seems to use as a counterpoint. Get over it. It was one goal. And then comes the big turning point of the game. Elneny, who has been really quite solid this preseason. They even moved him back in centre-back for a little bit of an experiment. But I think he's still a really good centre mid. Took the ball, mopped it up, ran towards their goal line, took it past about 3 people, and Pedro just came in with this impulsive challenge. Now, I know a lot of Chelsea fans are going to say it wasn't a red card, but he raked his studs across the guy's Achilles. That is a red card. No joke. That can't be the sort of tackling that you should make in the Premier League. You need to be better than that. Xhaka then comes across with this free kick that is so well lofted and so well placed that Courtois cannot come out off his goal line because otherwise he may create a scoring opportunity. Fabregas lacks at the back that we all know as Arsenal fans, and Kolasinac just nods it into the far corner, and it was a great finish, really good way to start, and I'm really glad that at least one of our players got a debut goal. Morata then came on, looked a little bit off the pace. I'm glad of that. If he really gets going, then I think he's going to be a bit devastating. Doesn't look promising from the evidence we've seen so far. So now we come to the penalty shootout and the trial of the ABBA system. That is A, B, B, A, B, B, A, B, B, A, whatever it is. I can't remember. It's basically first team takes 1 penalty, then each team takes 2 penalties in a row until one person inevitably goes out. So Chelsea get their first penalty, Petr Cech concedes. Kind of understandable. That's par for the course. Then we score 2. Theo hits it really hard and quite savagely into the top corner, and then Nacho Monreal just tucks it away, sending Courtois the other way. And here comes the really dumb bit of the penalty shootout. Courtois decides to take the penalty. I know Chelsea have 10 men, but that should be their 10th penalty. That should be it. That should be the point at which they say, nah, I'm done, I'm out. Courtois steps up to take the second penalty and hits a ball so far, so high, I'm pretty sure in 50 years aliens are going to come back thinking that we declared war. Their penalty taker then misses one, which leaves us with 2 shots to get in, and we have won the match. And Ox steps up, nestles it into the corner, and then Giroud gets the one as well. So Courtois has had an absolute mare of a game. But we have won it. It's a very good feeling to beat Chelsea, even if it is on penalties. Same way that I said that the game didn't matter when we were playing Chelsea and lost 3-0, it doesn't matter now. What matters is from this Friday when we play Leicester, hopefully we get a good result out of that, because otherwise this has all been for nothing. We have to take this, take the confidence from it and really go with it, because we have a lot to do, and from the looks of it, if we play like that and Chelsea play like that, we have a very good chance of making top 4 and possibly challenging for the title. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like down below. Leave comments if you want more Arsenal-based content, if you want more vlogs like this, or if I go to an Arsenal match, if you want me to vlog it, or if you just want me to review how the game went. And of course, if you want to hit that subscribe button, you're more than welcome to hit it down below, and you can hit the little bell for a notification whenever one of my videos becomes live, which will ramp up around FIFA 18. Thank you so much for watching. I've been KB, you've been watching KB FIFA, and I'll see you next time. Stay classy, lads.